charm.
Look at all of that green algae water coming out of there.
Then I got super flow. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, and you do have to put in the work.
Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I'm Billy D, and this is, of course, Drink, Smoke, Film.
Today, I'm going to finish cleaning my pool and completely eliminating the algae that we started the fight in the last video. If you have not seen that video yet, there will be a link in the description, and it is the previous video to this one. But before we get started, I wanted to give you guys an update on the pool pump converted to a pond transfer pump. And if you haven't seen that video yet, there will also be a link in the description below. The only real problem that I had with this pump was getting it primed and getting the water flowing. I've since learned a trick to get this pump primed every time, and we're gonna try that now. I'm using the generator to run both the pond transfer pump and the aeration pump for the ponds, since running all three of them at the same time would end up flipping a breaker. I didn't want to have to talk over the generator, so I'm doing this voiceover to explain what I'm doing. I got to thinking about how this pump worked when it was in the pool, and it worked by having both of the hoses, the intake and the output, up above the pump, because that's where the water comes in from the pool. There's not enough pressure coming out of the tap in the garden hose to be able to fill up both those hoses and the entirety of the pump to get it to prime and start flowing water. By filling both of the hoses to the pump above the level of the pump with the garden hose, I'm able to get enough water in the pump and both the hoses to get it started.
There we go. Third time's a charm.
And now I can transfer the water from one end of the pond to the other, like I'm doing here. And then when I'm finished doing this, I can take it out to my garden and water my plants. It's been 6 days now since the pool turned green, and we started this process of trying to kill the algae and get the pool completely clear. In that time, I've used 2 more magic erasers, bringing me to a total of 4, 1 more gallon of algicide, bringing me to a total of 2 gallons, and I have let the vacuum run solid for this last 6 days. As you can tell, the pool is actually very clear, but we still have a layer of algae on most of the bottom of the pool. Now, the vacuum is definitely doing its job, but it does not get to every place in the pool. So now I am going to grab the scrubber vacuum head attachment and vacuum and scrub the bottom of this pool and hopefully get most of this algae up, and then I will backwash my system. So I only got about half the pool scrubbed. Just that amount of algae being stirred up into the water has made it cloudy again and green again. So I'm going to stir up the pool with the flow of the inlet valve and hopefully get most of all of that that's in the water to kind of congregate towards the center. I'm gonna leave the vac brush hooked up, have it kind of propped in the side of the pool over there, and it should be close to the center of the pool. So as all of that gets gathered into the center, hopefully most of it gets sucked up into the vac. More effective if you do it inside the pool, but this should still get a good circulation going. I'm also going to add one more magic eraser, 1 more gallon of algicide. And top off the chlorinator with 2 more tablets. And now I'll come back in an hour and a half and hopefully finish scrubbing. So it's been a little over 2 hours and the pool is still cloudy. Very cloudy. And then of course the other half still hasn't been scrubbed. So I'm going to let the algicide and the magic eraser do their trick overnight, come back in the morning, finish scrubbing, and hopefully finish cleaning this pool so my kids can swim after school tomorrow. Okay, we're back at the pool and it's actually 2 days later. Yesterday, I did end up scrubbing the rest of the pool and getting all that algae up and into the water and off the bottom. And the pump has done its job and sucked out most of it. As you guys can tell, it's actually very clean. A little cloudy still, but not too bad. I went ahead and unhooked the brush vacuum attachment and have hooked back up the AquaClimb automatic vacuum. The pressure is up, as you can tell, and that means I'm not getting nearly enough flow to keep the vacuum moving or for this skimmer to be working. So now I'm gonna backwash the pump and show you guys how to do that. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is, of course, turn the pump off. Normally I would use a hose just like this one, connect it to the discharge valve, and flush it out that way. I'm still gonna do that, but the one that I use is attached to the old pool pump that is circulating the water in the pond. So I'm going to take off, first close the valve, this hose, since we're not going to be circulating the water back into the pool. Going to close the valve. Go ahead and hook this up like so. Obviously don't want to run it like this. That hooked up. Unhook this side. And now I can run it away from the pool so it doesn't cause any more low spots. So the first thing you want to do to backwash the pump is, of course, go to the backwash part of the pump, which is here. You'll already get a little flow. Turn the pump back on. You're going to let this run until the water is completely clear. Look at all of that green algae water coming out of there. And my ducks, they love it. They absolutely love rooting through the ground when I soak it with this waste pool water. The first time usually takes about 5 minutes or so, and then I will rinse it and then backwash it again, rinse it, backwash it again. I usually do that about 5 times, sometimes more depending on how dirty it is. Then we hook everything back up. Well, my camera overheated on me, so I don't know how much of that you guys got, but backwashing is fairly simple. I'll do a whole video on that in the future. But as you can see, after backwashing it, the pressure has dropped considerably, meaning that I got super flow compared to what it was before I backwashed it. All of those bubbles, that's actually the leftover algicide that's still in the system. That's why it's doing that, no big deal. But the pool is looking nice and clean, just a tad cloudy, but the pump should take care of that. Got the vacuum running well, moving its way around the pool. By the way, I'm gonna insert a clip right here of what it looks like when the vacuum has been running for a couple of days. It does a perfect figure 8 pattern around the pool and misses all the rest of the pool. So that's definitely something I'll be addressing in my long-term review of this Aqua Climb vacuum. And of course, the skimmer is working great now that we have more flow and more suction. All right, so real quick before we go, let's go ahead and check the levels and see how the pool's doing. I have not checked the levels on this since the last video, so that's been about 6 days. Remember guys, this entire process has taken me 8 days to get it to this point, so it's not something that's gonna happen overnight, and you do have to put in the work. So let's go ahead and check those levels. Ideal on total chlorine. Ideal or a little high on free chlorine. My pH is low, stabilizer's low. Of course, my water is very hard, but for the most part, looks like those levels are pretty good. I'll probably add some baking soda to it to bring the pH up before I let my kids get in the pool this afternoon. Okay guys, that's pretty much it for today. Let's go ahead and jump to some scenes of us swimming this afternoon after I pick my kids up from school. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to
comment and like. And subscribe and all that good stuff.
peace.